Let's first welcome to the ring from China, Jiaming Li.
From Shanghai, China, the tough veteran who likes forward pressure, Jiaming Li. Some other famous Chinese professional fighters you may have heard of, Zhu Jiaming, the Olympic champion, and of course the Big Bang, Zhang Li, who's fought here in Riyadh several times.
Yeah, Zhang Li, last time he was here in Riyadh, knocked out by Caballero. Some big body shots. Caballero back, trying to reopen that Germany market next month on the zone.
What have you heard about the Big Bang? We saw him do so well against Deontay Wilder. Where does he go now from here after losing to Caballero?
So I meant to say January on the zone for Caballero, but for Zhang, look, I think he's still in some big fights. Yes, he's in his 40s now, but he's a big name, and I'm still waiting to see a fight in China.
Yeah, he said he wanted Anthony Joshua in China one day. Doubtful that happens now, but you never know.
And now let's welcome to the ring from Saudi Arabia, mighty Mohammed Alalkel.
Mohammed Alalkel, the Riyadh-born prospect training in Big Bear. He's tall and technical, coming off a 10-round decision win over Travis Crawford on the Crawford and Canelo card in Las Vegas. And 83% of you on our DAZN fan zone believe he'll get the job done. Sergio, what do you like about him?
Well, I like the fact that in his sixth fight, he was able to beat Travis Crawford in a 10-round fight. So I like the fact that they have confidence for such a young fighter, already going 10 rounds, but he's learning fast. He fights behind a long jab, good in and out footwork, and he follows instructions. That's the main thing I like about Alalkel. He listens, he learns, and he's evolving nicely.
Abel Sanchez, his trainer, his second fight of the night. And on the right of the screen, Rick Reno, the CEO of Rick Magazine, dressed to impress as always. Mike, why don't he loan you some of that Versace stuff?
I don't think I can pull it off, Todd.
Pull it off of him or just wear it?
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 6 rounds in the super featherweight division. Brought to you by Riyadh Season, Sella, Ring Magazine, Frank Warren for Queensberry, and Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, along with their premium partners, Saudi Tourism Authority, STC, Saudi National Bank, Dr. Suleiman El Habib Medical Group, and Saudia. Their strategic partners, IR United, Arroyo Cruises, Sadia, Lucid Motors, SHG, and Azure. Their main partners, Pepsi and Arena Fitness Innovation, and their commercial partner, Prime. The 3 judges assigned will be Nawaf Al Mohammed of Saudi Arabia, Mike Fitzgerald of the United States, and Leszek Jankowiak of Poland. Our referee in charge will be Pavel Henek of Czech Republic. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he comes to the ring wearing black with gold and weighed in officially at 132.3 pounds. Coming to us from Zhuhai, China, he brings a professional record of 7 wins, 5 defeats, with 4 of his 7 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jiaming Li. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He comes to the ring wearing white with green and weighed in officially at 131.6 pounds. Undefeated, he has 6 wins. 1 win comes by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, from right here, Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, here is mighty Mohammed Alalkel.
Gentlemen, you received your instruction in the dressing room. Please follow the rules. Here and here is a low blow line. Do not punch below. Okay. Always protect yourself. Good luck. Touch gloves.
Mohammed Alalkel, 1 knockout in his 6 wins. He'd love to get this crowd buzzing if he can stop Jiaming Lee, a veteran of 12 professional bouts.
Seconds out, round 1.
And half of those bouts against undefeated opponents. He's beaten 3 of those undefeated opponents. Another one is in front of him tonight.
Look how quick he went on the front foot, taking no time to put the pressure on Lee.
And this is what I like about Alalkel. Look at the foundations are good. The foundation's good. The footwork, the hands are up, elbows are in. Responsible jab. Look at that feint right there. I love seeing that from young fighters. That power of the feint, to let your opponent, not know when the power and the punch, when the speed's gonna come.
Mike, when you're looking at a prospect to see if maybe he can develop to be something special, what are some of the things you like to look for that can, be a precursor?
For me, it's usually the fundamentals, right? Do they bring their hands back as they throw a punch? Do they have their head on the center line? How's the footwork? So Alalkel is going to have a great shot with a well-schooled teacher in his corner.
I agree, and for me, you didn't ask me, Todd, but for me, it's the technique and the footwork. I agree with Mike. Footwork is key, man, and everything's based off the foundation of a fighter. How quick they are to react with their feet is how they're going to react. And this is what I see with Alalkel, just how fast they're grooming him to be something great. He's learning really fast and really responsible. The hand speed is there, and you can see the pop behind that punch it's getting better because he's doing it behind technique.
Training out of Big Bear, California. And it's no joke, Sergio. You've trained there before, have you not?
I have. Some of my biggest fights, training on 10,000 feet altitude. Oscar De La Hoya used to train there. Terry Norris used to train there. That's the first time I met Abel Sanchez in the Summit Gym.
Sugar Shane Mosley, of course.
Yeah, he had his own gym there. Oscar De La Hoya, Fernando Vargas. I sparred them all up in Big Bear.
Lee having a hard time trying to close the distance.
Ooh, see that? Look at that feint right there. I said the power of the feint, right, guys? Look at how Lee reacted to that. He acted like he got punched, but nothing touched them. But that's the power of that foot feint, of the body feint. And now you can mix it up with jab, lead right hands. That's how you trap your opponent.
Jab is really working for Alalkel. He's having a really sharp round 1. Best he's looked.
This is I was about to say that this is the best he's looked, absolutely.
He looks like he knows the level. He knows he's a level above this guy in his fighting life.
And not only that, but he's doing it against a fighter who's accustomed to fighting undefeated opponents and beating some of them as well. So Lee, it's not like Lee's, an opponent with a bad losing record. He's beating undefeated fighters, and now Alalkel is doing really well against him.
Really appreciating what they're witnessing.
Very, very good. The only thing I want to see now is I want to see the right hand a little bit more here, okay? Even if it's just one shot, it's okay. The next one is here, and then right back up the middle, bounce it off his chest, okay? Very, very good work. Jab, double jab sometimes.
Spit.
Huh?
It's right below you.
Double jab it sometimes, okay?
Yeah.
Sharp boxing by Mighty Mo right there. Look, slight foot feint, step back, lead right hand. That just looks like a fighter that landed a right hand, but look at that little slight feint, slight step back, came back right on the tip of the chin. That's fluidity, that's timing, and of course that's something they work out over and over in the gym and execute it perfectly.
Sergio, you heard Abel Sanchez in the corner there, asking for more of those right hands and for a double jab.
Let's see what kind of closer he is, Sergio. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Lee looks like he's ready to go.
Well, he is coming off a knockout loss, so I would go for it if I was Alalkel as well. You know, remind him of that knockout, remind him of that loss. And if he gets it, he's going to be with the right hand.
Jab is on point for Alalkel, who is tall and technical. And Lee just can't seem to find anything to work offensively.
And that's what I want to see from Alalkel, the hooks now, because we know that he was a good straight shooter, you know, jabs and right hands. Now he's becoming more of a combination puncher. Start throwing the left hook behind that long tooth, and then maybe open up that right uppercut.
For Alalkel, it surely is a dizzying crash course into boxing, right? You're 21 years old, you're leaving your country, going halfway around the world to train.
He almost swung out of his shoes.
Lee is hunching forward with his elbows open and uppercut right down the middle. It's open, so hopefully Alalkel can see that. And jab his way in and throw that right uppercut right from bottom to the top. See right there, there's a wide opening from bottom to top. Lee has his elbows way open, even though his temples are covered, everything else from the bottom is open.
What would you be doing now if you're Lee? We're talking about Mohammed here, but Lee just can't do anything.
I would be jabbing at the chest of Mohammed. You know, you're not going to land on the chin. So aim at the chest of the torso and try to back him up, because Alalkel's been on the front foot this entire fight.
Another swing and a miss from Lee.
He's going to keep missing if he doesn't time that jab.
Lee made his professional debut back in 2017. And we're talking about Alalkel just being 21 years old, just getting his feet wet. But then you turned Abdullah Mason here in a couple fights. He's 21 fighting for a world title. He'll be facing Sam Noakes. Fights out of Kent, UK, England. Alalkel's got his back against the ropes, still being patient here in round 2.
Yeah, I like how fighters are taking more chances now. You know, fighting for titles a lot earlier in their career, in their 20s. Takes it back to the heyday of boxing of the 80s. You know, Sugar Ray Leonard fighting guys like Thomas Hearns and Roberto Duran by the time he was 24, 25 years old. You don't see that nowadays. There's that hook I want to see from Alalkel. Sharp hook.
And from Lee, body shot. Lee says, bang me some more.
Yeah, well, it's a double shot to the body.
Probably bad phrasing there for me. Hey, Bam, there he is. Bam Rodriguez. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas. Talk about young guns. This man has all the goods. And he says, listen, if I win tonight, I know I'm on a lot of people's pound-for-pound list. If I win tonight, I want to be spoken in the same sentences with the Usyks of the world and the Crawfords of the world.
And I agree, because this man has taken every challenge given to him, knocked off a lot of these four kings, and now there's another king in front of him from Argentina and world champions.
Yeah, Fernando Martinez, he's no stranger to traveling around the world. 2 title fights last year in Japan against Kazuto Ioka, a really quality fighter. So I think he's ready for this, and he is battle-tested.
4 belts on the line, including the Ring Magazine Super Flyweight Championship. Martinez promising a knockout and a belt to take back to his country in Argentina. Round 3 here between Mohammed Alalkel and Jiaming Lee.
From the evolution that we've seen Mohammed Alalkel from the first fight to this fight, going on the 7th fight now, it's night and day, guys. It really is night and day. From the footwork to the upper body movement to the foot feints to the ring generalship, using the entire ring to the pressure and defensive responsibility. I mean, in 7 fights, it's night and day.
He's trying to bait Lee into throwing something because he's able to clip him almost every time with a counter shot, but Lee's not taking the bait.
Well, because Lee's not really trying to be offensive. You know, he's a defensive fighter. He wants Alalkel to make the mistakes.
And that's why we have this standoff right now.
Guys like Lee don't come to win. They come to compete and hopefully catch your opponent making a mistake.
Crowd trying to urge Alalkel on, but he's not jumping in there. He's being patient.
What I mean by Jiaming Lee not coming to win it.
And there it was. He wanted to throw the punch, and he paid the price, and now he's got him moving.
Great body shot there by Alalkel. And you can see they threw away 2 punches just to really put some power behind that left hook to the body. That's what I mean by alternating your power. You got to lie to your opponent. You got to touch, pop them hard. You can't always pop every single punch hard because your opponent's just going to get accustomed to power. You fool them into that power shot.
And you see how confident Alalkel looks. 7 total fights, but all the fights except for the last one were 6-rounders. In September,
Lee coming back with a counter left hook. He's not ready to go nowhere yet.
The referee was getting close.
Yeah, he was. I like seeing that. Okay, now we got Lee. Lee has a little fight left right there. He put some power behind that left hook, trying to catch Alalkel come off guard, but Alalkel was responsible with that right hand up, blocking his chin.
And an ode to Chris Mannix here, who always says, listen, if you don't have that one-punch power, you get a fighter against the ropes, just keep throwing a flurry, and the referee might jump in and stop it.
And that's true. He got that from me, by the way. I was like, throw away shots. Make the referee stop the fight.
Nice shot on the temple. Good shot. Yes, equilibrium seems to be a little bit off, Lee.
Nah, but you know what? You're right, Todd. Right now, considering that we're dealing with a fighter that's faced veterans, he's lost against undefeated fighters, Lee is going to take a good shot, and he's going to know how to respond when he's hurt. So you gotta just keep him rattled with speed and flurries, and that's what Alalkel should do now.
Right around the guard with that right hand. A swing miss from Lee. Boy, he's thrown some wild shots and hasn't come close to landing.
Come on.
We saw Abdullah Mason just moments ago. Here's the man he'll be competing against. Promoted by Frank Warren at Queensbury, it is Sam Noakes. Mike, what is Sam's path to victory tonight?
He's got to work behind the jab. He has a nice power jab, and he's got to make Mason feel his power. Mason's already been down twice in a fight, and that guy couldn't punch nearly as well as Noakes.
I'll tell you what's going to be, Todd. Body shot. That's a vicious body puncher in Sam Noakes. If you're going to get the attention of the taller, longer southpaw, it's going to be to the body. Keep those guns checked and keep digging to the ribs if you're Sam Noakes.
Is that a little more tape on the knuckles than normal? That was looking like 6 inches.
Well, it's not done yet. Usually the tape makes it a lot tighter.
Bonus 10 seconds.
Well, you've been asking for an uppercut. He gave you one there.
Round 4.
And you're going to see a lot more of them. That was a great round for Alalkel. He's finding ways to penetrate the guard of Lee.
But anyway, this is a 6-rounder. Alalkel's last fight was a 10-round fight in his 6th pro fight, and that was on the Canelo Crawford undercard in the stadium. Sergio, that's pretty rare, right? 10-rounder?
Yeah, that's what I mentioned before the fight started, Mike, is the fact that, normally you're fighting 10 rounds by your 10th, 11th, 12th fight. I mean, to have this much confidence to do it, with half a dozen fights, that shows a lot of confidence in your conditioning and the way you're evolving as a pro.
That jab just keeps finding a home. Right there it is again. There's not many things more frustrating, I would think, Sergio, than just eating a jab over and over.
And this is the way Julio Porras should have fought. He's a tall fighter, breaking down a shorter fighter with the jab, trying to be creative. You got to fight tall responsibly, because not just because you have the height, you're going to have the advantages. You got to fight tall. You got to know what punches to throw. You got to know how to aggravate and get your shorter opponent to make mistakes.
That power jab we're seeing, right? That's really an Abel Sanchez staple.
The jab, period. Yeah, alternating the jab, and you're right. Every trainer's gonna train their fighter to concentrate on the jab, but alternating the jab, throwing different jabs. How to penetrate that high guard. You throw it with the jab, with your finger facing up to the sky. You throw it with the finger, with your thumb facing down to the canvas. That's how you penetrate that high guard.
1 minute, Mo.
Alalkel, like he has since round one, the forward pressure fighter. Hasn't really taken a step back. Lee continuously backpedaling up against the ropes in the corner.
And he has taken a step back to counter nicely. Just like that. Half an inch back, came back with a straight right hand. Beautiful. I'm impressed with Mohammed Alalkel. I really am.
Would you like to see him, though, do more when he's got Lee backed against the ropes?
No,
here?
you're dealing with a fighter that's pretty experienced fighting unbeaten opponents in Jiaming Lee. So no, I think this is how we break down guys like this that are accustomed to fighting better fighters. Be patient, be disciplined, and bust them up behind that long jab.
Oh, these people are gonna go to sleep waiting for you to punch. These people are gonna go to sleep. They're bored. You're not doing nothing, man. You're winning the fight easy, but why aren't you working? Come on. 3 minutes is not such a long time. It's only 6 rounds. Come on, man. What are you waiting for? Can I ask that? What are you waiting for?
Nothing.
Okay, then let's get it done.
Come on. محمد احسن منه بكتير بس اضغطوا بعد المجموعه شحال فيها خذ باور.
I'm not asking for a knockout, I'm asking for work. The knockout will come. But you can't just depend on one shot like you're trying to do right now. You gotta throw punch, you got great combinations. Why aren't you using them? What are you waiting for? You're sitting there watching, looking at him. Look at his step to him, make him throw. Come on.
Do more than just win, you gotta win impressively.
You heard that say, you got to win impressively, Sergio. You said, nah, he's doing fine against ropes. Abel Sanchez saying, go and get him.
I'm surprised. He said, I'm not looking for a knockout. I'm looking for combinations. Let your hands go.
2 rounds left.
A lot of confidence and urging his fighter to go looking for the knockout. Go looking to hurt Jiaming Lee.
Well, look, you got your hometown crowd here, sold out. You're clearly levels better than this guy.
There's that uppercut.
Take some chances.
I can see what Abel Sanchez is saying because Alalkel is landing single clean shots, but he's not throwing the combinations when he does land. So I get what Abel Sanchez is saying. A victory is not enough.
One more fight here on our preliminary card, and then it's the main event. 4 world title fights. Up next, Vito Milnick Jr. and Samuel Momoa. Nigerian who lives in Italy, facing off against New Jersey's Vito. There's a right hand from Mohammed. Crowd saying, all right, go get him. You heard him.
If Lee wasn't coming off a knockout loss, I would say maybe be happy with what you're doing with the victory, controlling every round. But since he is coming off that knockout loss in the 4th round, I agree with Abel Sanchez. Pick it up, put it into another gear. You're dominating this fight. You're landing some clean shots, but one is not enough. Lee is accustomed to getting hit with one clean shot. There you go. There you go. See, that's what I am seeing what Abel Sanchez is seeing now.
They were yelling at him in the corner, go, go, go.
We talked about it this week, right? When you're a prospect trying to make a statement, you need to score knockouts.
Right there, see, let your hands go. He landed 3 hard shots and he stepped back and waited for a counter. It's responsible, but by this time, come on now, you gotta let your hands go. Lee is in survival mode, so he's just keeping those earmuffs up. He'll throw one shot to Alalkel 6 or 7.
Right hand around the guard from Alalkel.
And another single shot by Alalkel. Right there, let him go. Let your hands go.
Might have been a good opportunity to throw that uppercut.
Yeah, that's the uppercut I see an opening for on Lee.
Strike with a right hand.
Lee took that well. He bounced back nicely.
Wow, that was quick. And Alalkel gets a knockdown right at the end of the 5th round.
Stepping back, Alalkel looking for that shot, and it was a counter right hook. Very nicely timed. Look at how he times it, stepping back just enough. Catching Lee coming in. That shot should have hurt Lee a lot more than it did. I'm surprised he got up that fast. He met the counter right in the middle, puncher or not, when you get hit like that cleanly, you usually get hurt.
Let him walk you down. You walk. You push him.
كمل مجموعة اضرب ضربة واحدة حبيبتي ليش عم تريح تضغطه؟
What are you getting off of him for? Stay on his ass. Can you go 3 minutes throwing punches, can't you?
Yeah.
I know you can. So what are you waiting for?
I don't want to get caught.
Let's go.
Fuck that. Throw
ما يكمل معك
punches.
الجولة ما يكمل
We are just minutes away from our main card starting here on DAZN.com/boxing. Order it now. The Ring 4 Night of Champions. Can Alalkel pick up his 2nd knockout in his 7th pro bout? He just dropped Lee at the end of the 5th.
Well, if he wants this knockout, he has to start the 6th round fast. Because once he starts getting to the last minute, adrenaline's going to kick in on Lee, and maybe he could just survive and move. So remind him of that knockdown and get on him quickly right there. Let your hands go if you're looking for that stoppage.
You'd like to see a combination. The 1-2 is nice, but how about a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2?
There, right there. Let your hands go right there. See the thing with Alalkel? I like the fact that he's responsible defensively. Take a step back every time he throws 2 or 3 shots. But with a fighter like Lee, you don't need a step back every single combination. Let your hands slow and go.
Be the bully here. As for Lee, he's like, hey, take your time. Don't push me. We only got 2 minutes left.
Still would like to see uppercut from both hands. Break the distance and then left and right uppercuts trying to break the guard of Lee.
Boy, he's got a good-looking jab, that's for sure.
Non-stop work, bro. Non-stop.
Minute and a half to go here in the 6th and final round. Yeah, Lee really just trying to keep him away with these punches. I think he knows he's not even going to land them. Just doesn't want to get stopped.
No, don't wait. Don't wait. Non-stop.
Look, I'm impressed with Mohammed Alalkel. I'm impressed with him seeing the evolution of Alalkel. But there comes a time where you do want to see a killer instinct in fighters. You want to see that they have another gear. This is what we want to see of Alalkel. The uppercut, put into another gear. Look for the knockout. Be more spiteful with those punches.
Now go to the body, right?
Everywhere. Look, let him go right there. Flip the body shot, both sides. Get an angle. Now I can see the frustration in Abel Sanchez. I mean, this is a one-sided, really good performance, but this is a fighter in Lee that could be stopped.
He's got to get meaner, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. And you can't teach that. You can't teach meanness. You can't teach that killer instinct. It has to be innate. And now Lee's letting his hands go.
Lee heard that 10-second clapper. And Mohammed Alalkel looks really good, but doesn't get the knockout his corner thought he could get.
Look, man, we're being critical, but that was still a one-sided, really good performance. He didn't get the knockout, but Mohammed Alalkel deserves a lot of credit for boxing beautifully, doing some good stuff, throwing every punch in the book. Still a successful victory for Alalkel.
Well, it's Ring 4 Night of Champions comes to a crescendo with an intriguing main event. David Benavidez, Anthony Yard head-to-head for the WBC World Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. Buy it now, DAZN.com/boxing. And the main man is here, Mike.
Yes, there he is. And of course, like you said, he's trying to crown a champion, build a champion from Saudi Arabia. Mohammed Alalkel and Sultan Al Mohammed, two passion projects.
Turkey Al Sheikh will be sitting ringside, a passionate and massive boxing fan.
Yeah, massive boxing fan. You see Dr. Rakan from Sella next to him, another key figure.
And boxing fans are becoming a fan out of that man right there. His Excellency for giving boxing fans what they've needed for a long time. The best fighting the best, incredible cards, and how can you not be a fight fan right now?
Like he's ready to fight, making his ring walk. He has single-handedly turned this city and this nation into a boxing hotbed. The biggest fights on the planet now take place here in Riyadh. You know, Mike, boxing needed somebody somewhere to do what he's doing.
Yeah, there were just so many fights that were not happening with the fractured nature of the sport. Fury Usyk was in talks for years, didn't happen until he came around. Dmitry Bivol and Beterbiev, so.
Indeed, and right now we're going to get the official decision between Mohammed Alalkel, Jiaming.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards, and all 3 judges, Nawaf Al-Mohammed, Leszek Jankowiak, and Mike Fitzgerald, are in agreement. They all scored the same, 60-53. For your winner by unanimous decision. From Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, mighty Mohammed Alalkel.
All smiles here in Riyadh as Mohammed Alalkel improves to 7-0. Sergio, what would you be working on with him in the gym?
More uppercuts, left and right uppercuts, and flurries. You know, you're landing clean shots, but let your hands go. Focus on speed, combinations, and continue listening to your coach, Abel Sanchez. You have a great boxing mind in your corner. You just gotta have more confidence is what he's telling you, but let your hands go when you're in control.